All right, everyone. Welcome to Haruna, or I guess Haruna Village. This is a project that I started back in 2016. Yeah, it sounds crazy, and I'm just now getting around to it. Um, so, with the announcement of Planet Coaster 2, obviously I'm pretty excited, and I want to put out my first and probably last project of Planet Coaster 1 as an ode to the amount of hours and dedication I put into this game, despite never posting anything. I'm not really a video creator, but I hope to change that. I want to start posting more. And yeah, so like I said, what better ode to Planet Coaster 2 than to finishing what was supposed to be my magnum opus in Planet Coaster 1. So Haruna is supposed to be a resort that was built on some ancient ruins, not ancient per se, but like an older Japanese temple that some company just bought out and turned into a resort. So you're probably wondering, how is this part one when there's a humongous building in the back and we haven't seen that? Great question, by the way. So like I said, this was started in 2016, and I was literally 15 years old at the time, on a different computer, and I had no plans of becoming a YouTuber or creating videos. So unfortunately, I did not record myself creating that building. But if I did, I definitely would have included that into into the series. Um, right now I'm just completing the queue of the flat ride behind this terrace, which will eventually become a restaurant called Shea Melon, a an ode to a cat that I know named Melon. So this is called Shea Melon. Um, I think I'm gonna include like references to my real life in a lot of this to make it real. It's always fun to have nice little Easter eggs like that in your buildings. Right, so like I said, this park was inspired, Japanese inspired, but the architecture is all over the place. I didn't know what I was doing in 2015 or 2016 rather, but I just thought spamming a bunch of pieces and details would make a park look good. And honestly, for the most part, it does look good. But that's no way to build a park, and honestly, there's no real identity. So I'm slowly trying to ease from that older style you'll see on top of the hill there, into this newer style of using less parts but still making it look just as good and detailed. Um, yeah, just not oversaturating your eyes, I guess, with parts and pieces. Um, so yeah, basically this architecture style, it's maybe Greek a little bit, Japanese, not Japanese. I don't even know. Roman architecture, obviously with these roofs and stuff like that. But I I don't know. I just thought it would look cool to build like this, because at the time, let's see, 2016. What was the big thing out? Kawali Beach. So that's probably a huge inspiration for this. Um, of course, that was made by what the Planet Coaster Big Three of what Silverette, De Lady Signer, and Rudy Renkemo. Um, it's great times, honestly. Peak Planko. Um, what else was big? I think Planet Bro Coaster was also big at the time, but that could have been after. I'm not too sure. Um, but in any case, yeah, those are probably my inspirations for this. I just wanted to prove I was just as good as them by spamming parts and details, and oh, that makes up for proper architectural planning. It does not, by the way. um, right. So moving on. Like I said, I started this project a long time ago, and I guess coming back to this game, honestly, I don't think I played this seriously, like putting this amount of hours into a project since 2018, I'd say. So coming back to this game in 2024, 6 years later, it's a new game, dude. Um, I think when I stopped playing, there were only three DLCs, and they were like the Ghostbusters and those other licensed DLCs that I don't remember the names of off the top of my head. That was the only DLCs in the game, and things like the creators uh, toolkit, theme kit, whatever it's called, that wasn't in the game. Where you can literally import your own FBX files and make your own custom assets like city skylines. Like that was not in this game, and man, I wish I was around for it because honestly, that stuff is super cool. But I guess I could watch a tutorial about that. But as of right now, I know nothing about that. So I think this park I'm gonna try and keep it vanilla for old time's sake because that's all I know. But if there's like a situation where it would be very cool to have some custom parts or whatever, I'll give it a look. Honestly, give it a try because it's in the game. So who am I? Who am I to to just ignore a part of the game just because it wasn't there when I started playing? You know, that's the thing you learn as you get older. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Um, right. So right now we're building a bar of this restaurant. It's like an open bar sort of thing. So I guess resort goers can just come by this bar and just grab a drink or whatever. Um, yeah. So I think the original plan for this park, as you see in the background up there, is the main entrance, and then there's a huge staircase going down to the main area of the park, as well as two large wings on either side. The right side has nothing as of right now, but the left side has this restaurant, and then behind it is a flat ride kind of nestled in there. And then in between all of this, there's like sort of staircases and terraces and gardens in the empty spaces, and it's supposed to look just very well maintained and very expensive looking. Um, so the complete opposite of anything you find in. I was gonna say America, but there's some nice American parks. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just like the sort of no expense spared. Is that the phrase? No expenses spared type of approach to this park, where I just want to go all out and make everything look as fancy as possible. That was my mindset when creating this, so I don't think I'm gonna stray away from that uh, as much as I can, because that's how I started this project. So I'm probably gonna end it that way as well. I don't want to change themes midway, or maybe they run out of funding one year, or after a certain economic event happens, and now they have to cut budget, and the park looks like Six Flags. So maybe that'll happen in the future, but as of right now, I want to keep everything looking super neat and expensive because I think it looks cool. That's it. That's the only reason. I know people build for realism, and that's true for me as well. I enjoy realistic stuff, but that's more so for coasters. Like I think scenery. I don't know. I don't know. I want to try my hardest with scenery. Make it look pretty, because that's what we're doing at the end of the day, making stuff look pretty. So yeah. Okay. Right now I'm building the terrace area where you can sit outside and eat from this restaurant. Oh, another thing that wasn't in the game. When did they add these like modular restaurant buildings and hotel buildings? Uh, that was in there. So that was fun to discover. So that's what this is. This is one of those modular restaurants. I don't know if you saw in the beginning, but I placed all those restaurant expansions in that little shell of a building. So this restaurant's maxed out. Um, and yeah, so on the other side, the right side rather, of the main staircase, I'm probably gonna have a hotel and resort area. So it's like a main fancy restaurant on the left, and then a a resort and hotel on the right, and then both of those lead down into the main park. So it's like this elevated area of like the resort area, and then the main park. So hopefully that'll fit in and make sense with the big building in the background. I'll try to match the style, but obviously it'll be a lot more modern and less part heavy. So yeah, okay, now I'm building some tables and chairs. And I mean, look at this chair right here, right? It's very 2016. Like, this is something people would build in the alpha. You would see this in the Planet Coaster alpha in like a series. Because look at it. I mean, it's just like little wood pieces and stuff. I mean, there's probably way better ways to make tables and chairs now, but that's all I know, honestly. So it's gonna be fun learning how to catch back up in this game and seeing the new techniques and stuff. Will it hop in the creators toolkit, theme makers toolkit? I think that's what it's called, actually. Theme makers tool. Will I hop in there? Who knows? Probably not. But you know, maybe there's better tables and chairs I could just download or just import and have it look better. But for right now, I want to keep it vanilla, just for my sanity's sake. I mean, there's already like thousands of pieces that I learned how to use. And if we go adding more, maybe my brain can't take it. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that little wall right there just kind of amplifies an issue that I had. So in the past, you know, I just spammed pieces everywhere to make things look better. And now here, I literally just have the castle wall, and then a brick border on top of it, and that's it. And I think that also serves its purpose, serves the purpose as well as a highly detailed wall that I've like done in the past. So you can definitely see my my takes, or my methods rather, maturing, and that'll be interesting to see as the series goes on, as I learn more and more about how to play this game, or how to make things look pretty. Because that's what we're here for. That's why I made this series. You know, creative outlet, make things look pretty. Me see coaster, me make look pretty, me happy. Okay, that was embarrassing. So yeah, the restaurant's kind of wrapping up right now. I'm just putting the final details. Maybe eventually I'll get my own like sign, so it doesn't just say Tiki Chiki and like the pip shot or whatever basic drink is in the game. Yeah, so yeah, these are the finishing touches. Another thing I want to talk about is this video format. So I sped it up 20 times. You know, the typical I guess the Silverette format, where you just record it a long VOD and then speed it up 20 times and then talk over it. I enjoy it, but I sped it up really fast this time because I was not sure if I could talk for 15 minutes. I originally wanted to make it 10 minutes because, you know, people these days, no one has the attention span to watch a 30-minute video. Some people do. I do, but I don't know if most people would, so I'm trying to keep it short and concise by speeding it up this much, but I fear I rotate the camera way too much. Like, I like to look at things from a lot of angles while I build, and while it's the best for me building, it might not be the best to view for a time lapse, especially if people get motion sickness. So I'll definitely be looking into some input for that. But yeah, the time lapse is done. I'm kind of just sort of looking around now with the free camera. So yeah, there's some cinematic shots at the end, but you'll notice there's more added to the park in those cinematic shots than this. So from this point up, at this current stage of the park that you're seeing in the video, this is the closest thing as you'll get to a cinematic, because as you'll see at the end, I added a lot more. I forgot you have to add cinematics to your videos, or else there's like no reward of watching the entire commentary and time-lapse sort of thing. So in future videos, I will definitely have better cinematics. So part 2 has already been done, and I'll probably record that right after this. So I guess that's the end of this. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in part 2.